Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Let's go, D. Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Spins past it. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
Lucky 56.
First carry for Darius Geis, and he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Rosen dumps it off for Geis. Still fighting. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
On second down, here's Rosen. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, this is Geis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Darius Geis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And his kick is right through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Geis. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Sturgis for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
From the gun, Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out.
Check! Patriot! Patriot! Set! Green 39!
To throw again is Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And now running right through it. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there out of Geis. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Rosen on 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. Open space inside the 10. And still fighting. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Rosen. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. In for the score. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and it's now 21-7. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. To throw is Jackson.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a 2nd down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now Benjamin. Oh, the spin. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They start on the ground with Geis. And some room to maneuver. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Completes it to Benjamin. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll hand it now to Geis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the 2nd level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the 2nd level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple of blocks. They look good doing it there. Eluding the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he finds Julius Thomas. And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
Jackson on first down. Caught right side, it's Snead. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. On second down, Jackson. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. Caught by Snead over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs. And Jackson throwing once more. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. So we have